Hey everybody, this is Ryan from MyAfterSchoolToys.com with another toy review, and today we're talking about the Kenner Real Ghostbuster action figures. And we're going to look at all four of the main guys, plus some of the monsters today, so we got a lot to look at. Let's get started with Egon. Alright, Egon was the scientist of the group here. We'll take a quick look at his face. There you see that, with his glasses. You can see his Nutri Wand on his hand, like that. You can see his proton pack in the back. And they had straight arms and legs, so they didn't have any articulation in those. But still a good sculpt of the uniform. And then on his Nutri Wand, he had a little handle here. And this one's going to be hard to see because it's yellow, but I'll do it with the other ones. And if you turned it, you could make the Proton Beam right here move back and forth. And then he came with a little ghost here called the Gulper Ghost. They all came with a ghost buddy that they could bust. And he's got a big open mouth, and you could actually stick it here on Egon's head, like that. So that's the Egon action figure. So we'll scoot him and his little ghost buddy to the side here. And we will bring on Ray Stantz. I don't have Ray's ghost, unfortunately. I don't know where it is, but he had a ghost with a little tail that kind of wrapped around his arm that kind of looked like a monkey. But I left his Nutri Wand hooked onto his proton pack so we can see how it hooked in the back there. Very good. And that you just kind of had to pull off to the side and then stick on his arm. And then it fit in his hand like that. And there is his Nutri Wand with the beam. Like that. And he had an orange one. Orange beam. So we'll stand him next to Egon in the back there. Moving right along to Mr. Peter Venkman. Let's get a good look at his face here. Pretty good resemblance from the cartoon. And we'll take his Nutri Wand off and put it on his hand as well. Just like that. And move it. There we go. And he came with a ghost called the Gulper Ghost. And he had hands that he could put around Peter's neck like this. And grab onto things. There we go. So there's the Gulper Ghost. Guess you could also put it around like that. Kind of like he's choking him. It's kind of cool they came with a little ghost buddy, because then you had something to bust, and you didn't have to just bust like another action figure with the Nutri Wand. You could actually shoot at a ghost. So there's the Gulper Ghost and Peter Venkman. And we'll stick him over here with his ghost. Next in line, Winston Zeddemore. Here we go. And he came with a ghost called the Chomper Ghost, for obvious reasons. He has a huge mouth that I guess you could put Winston's arm in like that and chomp on him. And then, of course, he has his proton pack and Nutri Wand as well. We'll pull that off and stick it on. And he has a pink particle beam here. Like that. That's a cool figure. Like I said, cartoon-wise, they're pretty good likenesses of the cartoon. And of course we know they were called the Real Ghostbusters because there was another cartoon of the Ghostbusters before them that had a crazy big ape named Tracy and a ghost car. But these were the Real Ghostbusters. There we go. So we'll put him back by Peter. Now I wanted to look at a couple of others today. I want to look at some monsters. We have what was known for a long time as the Green Ghost until, of course, he got his name in the cartoon as Slimer. Because not only did he slime Peter Venkman in the original Ghostbuster movie, but he slimed a lot of things in the cartoon, whatever he landed on, basically. And he was fixed pose except for his tail that moved back and forth. And then he had arms that moved up and down like this. So even though it didn't do much, it was kind of a quality toy. He's got a hollow body on him. And he's iconic, of course, to the Ghostbusters. So we like him. And then we'll look at the big guy here. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now here's the thing. This little Stay Puft was cool. I liked him. He's a good representation of the movie. But the comparison in size, he was not much bigger than the Ghostbuster toys. Now, of course, since then, we've gotten a much, much bigger Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that's been released at Comic-Con not too long ago. But, you know, for the time being, you just kind of had to pretend. He was small, but he was still a ghost, so Egon here could bust him with his particle beam. There we go. All right, so we'll move into the back. Then, of course, there was tons and tons of other lines in this Ghostbuster line of action figures, and one of them was fright features, so we'll throw Jeanine here in as a bonus. And what Jeanine did is if you raised her arms up, you can see her hair raises up, and her glasses pop off, and her mouth opens up. Let's do it again. What? That's what I imagine her saying. So that is her fright feature, right there. And then I have a fright feature with Ray. Same type of thing with Ray. You keep his arms down, and his head's the same. And let me see here. There we go. So that activated his feature. If you squeezed his arms in, his eyes would raise up, and his ears would pop out. Here. And then I wanted to show you one of these little guys right here. I got a couple of them. These guys kind of just came with the ooze. You could get little cans of ectoplasm, and they would come with a little creature. This one glows in the dark, but it's also got slots in it, so you could put the goo inside of it, and it would drip out through the back. So that was kind of cool. And then last but not least, we have an action monster here. It's got a ripcord in it with this scary little demon on it, and then it had a wheel underneath, and you could pull it down in the middle and pull it out, and it would fly crazily off the table just like that. So that is our review of the Kenner Real Ghostbuster action figures. I hope you liked it. If you did, check us out at myafterschooltoys.com. We specialize in 80s toys, and there's tons of 80s toys and toy reviews on there, as well as commercials and blogs and other stuff. So check us out, and we've got lots more toy reviews to come. So until next time, we'll see you later.